So if you own a business, you have to be thinking about the difference between employees and independent contractors. So when you think about an employee is a part of your business. So you control how they work, when they work, how often they work. Really, the big distinction is you set their schedule. You tell them how tasks should be done, and you provide them the tools or systems that they use to perform those tasks under their job. And so they are integrated into your day-to-day operations. And because of that control, the law, the courts expect you to take on more responsibility for this person. So payroll taxes, overtime rules, workers' compensation, unemployment insurance, all this relates to employees. However, an independent contractor is treated very differently. So they run their own business and then they provide services to your business. You control the result, but not the process of how they work. So you have to agree on what needs to be done, but not exactly how. They bring their own tools. They often work for multiple clients at the same time, which means legally, the more independence they have, the more likely they are truly an independent contractor. And where people get into trouble is mixing the two. And so calling someone a contractor, but treating them like an employee, that doesn't work under the eyes of the law. The label doesn't matter. It's the behavior that matters. And that's what the courts are going to look at if any dispute arises. And courts and agencies look at things like control, financial independence, whether the work is central to your business. If it looks like an employee relationship, the law treats it that way, and you have to treat that person like an employee. For LLC owners, this is about being honest with yourself. And so if you need someone on a fixed schedule, following your systems, representing your brand daily, they're probably an employee, and you need to make sure you treat them that way. If you want flexibility and limited responsibility, then the relationship has to be structured like a contractor relationship in practice, not just on paper. And so the mistake isn't choosing one over the other. The mistake is choosing one in name and then treating them like the other in reality. And that's where problems happen.